What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fine edition of Sunday Swim here at Matty Fish 33. This is the New Year's Eve edition. Thank you guys for all the love and support on the last couple Sunday swims especially. Really seems like we're taking off a bit, and I'm very appreciative of you guys. And let's see how big we can get this channel in the new year. So we're going to get into a couple things today. We'll talk about some of the things I got for Christmas for the fish. They probably had a better Christmas than me. I'll show you the LED lights that I got that I installed underneath the cabinets of the two big tanks. First, we're going to get into how Fry Guy and Fry Girl are doing, and then also lastly we're going to talk about the pursuit of a few more fish that I'm waiting on to put in the big tank with the big boys. So let's get into it. So Fry Guy, Fry Girl growing pretty well, especially Fry Guy, getting a lot of good color on him. He is about a little under 2 inches long right now. Maybe you can move him with the big guys in the 112 in that Mbuna and Victorian landscape there. I think Fry Girl's kind of hiding right now. I'm not sure where she is. Not even sure if it's a she yet, but I think so. It's really hard to tell though, because these guys were an accident. My Neri cichlid and my salmon hap had babies, so I'm very curious to see what they end up like. This guy's from an older batch, and the other fish is from a different batch. So it'd be very interesting to see who gets what characteristics of each fish, and I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted on that. Let's go take a look at the 112 now. So in the 112, everybody really happy. So there's Mama of Fry Guy, Fry Girl. And then that's Dad right there, the Neri and the salmon hap respectively. Glass needs a little cleaning. It's okay. Only aesthetic things. These things are not hurting the fish at all. I've just been a little lazy over the holidays. Or at least for what I would consider lazy. But everybody in here doing really, really well. So, and then again, you know, as we get further into 2024, guys, I told you this is going to be more of an Mbuna type tank, so we're going to be getting rid of some of these female peacocks that are in here. Unless I decide that I can get a breeder rack set up. But even so, probably going to get rid of those female peacocks for sure. And this tank will change soon. Let's take a quick look underneath. I know I was talking about LED lights under both of the big tanks, so I'm going to show you guys what that's about real fast. There's this Neri throw-off in here. It's another variant of a Neri cichlid. This guy has only been here for, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. Starting to color up real nice though and show off a bit, find his way in the tank more. So let's talk about these LED lights under the tank real fast. I've installed these nice LED light strips under here. Now I can see everything. Don't have to beat around with a flashlight angrily when I have to do maintenance, things like that. Obviously you guys see it's a little cluttered under here. Now that I got the lights though under both tanks, really going to get it nice and cleaned up under here, because I just didn't want to be doing it with a flashlight and have it be frustrating, guys. So now that we got new light in 2024, you're going to see more of the inside of these tank stands too, as I get them cleaned up and a little bit more presentable. But sump running really good here. Everything's doing what it should be doing, and it takes care of everything beautifully. If you guys want, in future I can definitely go over what I have in my sump and how I have it set up. Also, now that I got more lights under here, I'll probably be a little more successful with plants. Yeah, a little sad looking right now in my opinion, but not for naught. So that'll be the 112. These guys doing really well again. Two-Face really doing well in this tank after moving out of the little tank for Fry Guy and Fry Girl to go in there. He's growing quite a bit. So let's go take a look at the 155, guys. So everything going really, really well here in the 155. Look how nice and clear this water is. Just everybody coloring up nicely. The guys that are really starting to mature. This fairy right here, doing very well. But you know, there are some new things in this tank. No new fish yet, but again, that's coming. Black orange dorsal, definitely going to be coming soon. And hopefully the Copodicromus ivory head. I just want to get some darker colors in here to provide some contrast as some of these other guys continue to color up. This tangerine tiger, beautiful, really made strides in the last month. I think blue here is still our tank boss, but I think this tangerine tiger is definitely number 2 right now if he hasn't taken over yet. And then it's kind of a toss-up at the 3 spot between this Obi, the Fury, Taiwan Reef. Those guys are kind of all on the same echelon. Star Sapphire's up there with them too. But again, I think this is still our tank boss, Big Baloo here. And I think he's number 2. He might be number 1. It's just hard to tell. I don't think, you know, I think these guys are kind of in transition right now. I don't think that there's actually like a true tank boss right now, because some of these guys have really started to color up a lot more in the last few weeks. So I think there's been some shifts in the ranks. But I think that's where it stands right now. We're just going to have to see what the next couple weeks bring, especially as some of these other guys are starting to color up. As you see, this Tetrachromis right here getting some nice colors, starting to get red in his shoulders. Our Star Sapphires getting some chips. Really excited for that. You know, and then other guys like this Empress here getting there, but it's got to grow some more. But I'm seeing some reds and some other colors up near the shoulders, so hopefully soon gonna start getting some good color out of this guy as well. Silent Tilapia kind of stayed where he's been. I think since the Tangerine Tiger really started to blow up and color up nicely, that this Silent Tilapia has slowed down a little bit. Kind of had a little bit of his thunder stolen, but nonetheless still doing really well. Let's take a quick look under the tank. We'll talk about those lights I was talking about. Let me just see if I can get down here for you real quick and turn those on. Take a look at the fish while I'm doing that. Alright, now that I got these lights on. So, again, I need to get my other power strip in here, and then I'm going to shore up all these cables, put some Velcro on these sides of the stand here and here, so that I can stick my power strips there, really tighten up all the cable work underneath here. It looks a little bit of a mess right now, but there is some new things going on. So I did get a UV light for the FX for Christmas. So if you guys notice any difference in the water, I know my water has always been very clear, but you know, for someone that sees it every day, it's a little harder to notice a difference when my water was already as clear as it was. But if you guys notice a difference since this thing has been installed, it's been running for about 5-6 days now, let me know if you notice a difference. I kind of see a slight difference, but again, you know, I see this tank every day, and the water was already pretty darn clear to begin with, you know. But I just wanted to go ahead and get it on now as this bio load continues to increase, because, you know, most of these fish are 3.5, some closer to 5 inches at this point, but they're all in that size range. But you got to remember, like, you know, very shortly in the next 4 or 5 months, most of these fish could be doubled in size. So we're just got to stay prepared and stay ahead of the game for when that bio load comes, as it continues to increase. Right now there's 2 FX6 on the tank. I think that's going to be more than sufficient. We have this 2,400 gallon an hour power head there, or I'm sorry, 2,700 this one is, and this one is 2,400 gallons per hour, the one that's over here. Let's take a quick look with all the doors open, step back, let you guys really see what's underneath here. All the nuts and bolts of the tank. There you go, you see the two FX6s. And I mean, that's what really keeps this show tank, you know, running beautifully, the fish happy, me happy, and especially you guys, the viewers, happy, I would assume too, because you know, I like showing everybody the good parts of the hobby. I'll show you the bad as they come. You know, it does happen no matter how much experience you have, but we have had little to no issues so far with any of our tanks other than the cube leaking, if you guys remember back the day before Thanksgiving, and then that's why we ended up with this instead of getting a 200 plus first, because out of necessity I needed to move these fish. Fish also had a better Christmas than me because we've got enough stability and enough prime to do water changes for basically the whole year. Like I said, we got that UV light installed now for them as well, and we're just going to keep bringing bigger and better things in 24 here at Matty Fish. So guys, if you haven't yet, I must remind you guys, we have over 700 returning viewers, and right now we have about 350 subscribers. Let's get that up. I want to create some fan club things for you guys when we're able to do so, and I'd like to start sharing products with you guys, things like that, as we get this channel closer to monetization, and hopefully we'll get there. And then once we get there, we can start doing some bigger and better things, new plans, maybe even another big tank soon. Just very excited to see what 2024 is going to bring for this channel, and I hope you guys are too. So like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys. And that's Matty Fish out.